everyone. My name is Halupo Tabitha. I am going to take you through the discussion on computer development. We're going to talk about evolution of computers from the first generation till the present. Here we had the first generation computers which were invented in 1940s to 1950s. ENIAC was the first computer which was developed in the USA. This computer had its own characteristics. It was very large in size, expensive, consumed a lot of power, and also it was very slow. Its internal storage was small, and it used vacuum tubes as the electronic switches. So after having the first generation computers, we moved into second generation. Here, these ones were invented in 1950s to 1960s. These computers used transistors instead of vacuum tubes, making computers more smaller, reliable, and faster. They used also programming languages like COBOL, like in the second generation. These computers consumed less power as compared to the first generation computers. Also, magnetic core memory was introduced in the second generation. We find that in this same second generation, mainframe computers were also developed. Here takes us to the third generation computers, which were also invented in 1960s to 1970s. Here in the third generation, we used integrated circuits, commonly known as chips. They were smaller than in the second generation. They also had better storage capacities. Development of mini computers also were invented in this year. For example, we had DEC. Here in the third generation, also OS was introduced, like operating system that allowed the what? That allowed people to run various programs at the same time. For example, we had IBM 360 series was also introduced in this very third generation computers. So after the third generation, we moved to the fourth generation computers, which were invented in 1970s to 1980s. Like microprocessors were invented, leading to personal computer. This is in the fourth generation. So introduction of graphical interface, user interface was also established in the same fourth generation. In this same generation, we said microprocessors were invented. These microprocessors are a type of very large scale integrated circuits that contained all the components of a CPU on a single chip. So here in the fourth generation, we had high programming languages like Pascal, Fortran. They were all introduced in the fourth generation. Finally, we shifted to the fifth generation computers, which were invented in 1980s till now the present. Here we find that there was an advancement in microprocessors, storage, and connectivity. ROM and chip and RAM is used now in the fifth generation as the what? As the primary storage. There is rise of mobile computing with laptops, smartphones, and others. Here also high-level languages like Java also emerge. So we find that in the fourth generation, the main purpose of these computers was majorly to increase the efficiency and to reduce the size. But in the fifth generation, we find that the computers became more smaller that we even rise to using now laptops, smartphones, such things. So that is exactly what happened in the fifth generation. So this is still like computer generation or evaluation is still in process, like it's something which is continuous till now, meaning there is advancement in the evolution, like there is increase in hardware, software, which they're still working on up to now. So that is a simple thing I had on the evaluation of computers. Then second, we're going to talk about the evolution of the Intel x86 and the RAM architectures. Like Intel x86 architecture began in the 1970s with the 8086 processor. Over time, it evolved with like 32 bits and the 64-bit extension, becoming the what? The foundation of PCs and series. And then the IRM architecture emerged in the 1980s as a power efficient RISC. Yeah, like it emerged as a power efficient RISC in that year, which was 1980s. It dominated mobile devices, and later it introduced like 64-bit support with the ARM V8 also expanding into laptops and servers. both architectures continues to evolve, with x86 offering the performance and ARM excelling in efficiency, leading to emergence in various computing domains. That was all I had for you. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and click the notification bell for more. See you in the next video.